Civilization may be falling apart, but who would have thought it could be this fun? It has been quite some time since we last laid eyes on Keiji Inafune's produced title at Xbox E3's conference. Having a strong showing and some seasoned talent behind the project, could Concept and Armature Studio deliver on some of the excitement expected by the Mega Man and Metroid fans? Let's find out. This is Too Much Food, and today we are going to immerse ourselves into the world of ReCore. In this story, you play as protagonist Joel Adams, who has just awoken from cryosleep. She was on her way to New Eden, mankind's new and last hope for survival, away from Earth and the plague, devil's dust, that destroyed it. Much to her surprise, she has arrived to a much worse off Eden. This is of course unwelcome and unexpected news, since core bots were sent to New Eden ahead of the humans so that they could make posts and stations to support life. Being the only human, she sets off with her core bot companion, Mac, to find out what has happened and why seemingly nothing has gone according to plan. From this point, you get to business and set out with Mac to encounter bad core bots. This is where you get familiar with the gameplay mechanics. ReCore is defined as an action-adventure third-person shooter, and I couldn't agree more. The best I could break it down, you have the same level design you see in Rise of the Tomb Raider, the constant enemy encounters you see in Kingdom Hearts, consistent shoot-'em-up style like Mega Man, and a story that doesn't depend on fancy cutscenes, but gets the message across, like Metroid. Throw in some fast-paced combat, and over-the-shoulder camera, and the mechanics come off with a serious level of polish. This game isn't being touted as a JRPG, but it has many of the elements that you expect from one. You have your item collecting system set up in the form of a grind. You collect color-coded cores, all dependent on what type of enemy you destroy, and a vast variety of core bot parts, all used in an upgrading system, something similar to the upgrading weapons and armor in Destiny. You get to upgrade your core bot. You need an X amount of these set items to do so, and you'll also require blueprints to even begin to have something to upgrade to. You keep track of the core bot's attack, defense, energy, shield, RNG, ability, and more. This is all very important, thankfully. And in ReCore, you get to actually use your core bot. And let me tell you, you need him. You can get different core bot parts and different core bots altogether, up to 5. With Jewel, you keep track of her weapon, and this is without complaint. You need weapons in this wasteland. Something that I didn't expect from this game was a very small, yet very enjoyable surprise. In ReCore, they have something called hunting challenges. You are given a random task to complete with your core bot, such as destroy 9 red canines. It makes you want to go out into the grind without feeling like it's a chore. What you get is a sense of accomplishment when you meet the required challenge, and a fun surprise that I won't spoil for you in this review. Addressing the elephant in the gaming media room, load times. Although I have seen videos with long load times and heard of complaints, in my experience, I have to wait on average 7 seconds, and after a death, about 2. I'm not saying these reports aren't true, but that I can't replicate this issue within my own experience playing on my Xbox One S. I'm known to use a solid state drive, and I have ReCore running on a 3.0 hard disk drive instead, so that I didn't get told my short load times is due to it being on an SSD. One issue I did have was random frame rate drops. I've noticed that it is in spaces where there are more complicated lighting systems being used. In vast open spaces with simple lighting, I had a great experience, but in small rooms with more sophisticated lighting, frame rate drops would occur. ReCore is a spiritual success to Metroid, I must say. I find myself sometimes playing an action and adventure game, and I feel like if it's a chore. It's something I play just to play. But ReCore keeps the controller glued to my hands, my eyes on the screen, and a smile on my face. I give ReCore a 7.5 out of 10. A solid outing for this franchise's debut. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. This is Too Much Food. Thanks for stopping by for another show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.